Kuwait, a land where tradition seamlessly intertwines with modernity, owes much of its identity to the Al-Sabah family. Their story is one of tenacity, leadership, and dedication to their people. From their ancestors on the Arabian Peninsula to their rise to become Kuwait's governing monarchs. Stay tuned to learn more about the second richest family in the world. This is Luxury Prima. Kuwait may be a small country in terms of size, but there aren't many nations that are financially comparable to it. The extravagant lifestyle of the royal family and the oil-rich state's wealth are on display. The first emir, Sabah ibn Jibr, is credited for turning Kuwait into a major center of trade and commerce in the Arabian Peninsula. They discovered oil in 1930, which propelled them to an unimaginable level of wealth. A staggering $360 billion is reportedly the family wealth of the ruling Al-Sabah. They are now the second richest family in the world, behind the House of Saud of Saudi Arabia. Their success is the consequence of unearthing black gold over time and making wise bets in industries like finance, real estate, telecommunications, and more. The palaces. The Bayan Palace, the Emir's Palace, is a befitting representation and is 2 times as large as Disneyland at 1,399,500 square meters. The Bayan Palace is made up of 6 complexes with a total of 18 structures, including the Emiri tent and a spectacular conference hall that can accommodate 1,000 people. This magnificent palace displays the marvels of Islamic art and contemporary construction. The fountains that adorn the castle's major entrances display elements of Andalusian art. The palace service station, which has a 2.6-kilometer service tube to support the buildings inside, is an unheard-of feature. The celebration hall, reception area, press hall, and library are all parts of the conference hall. His Highness, the Prince of Kuwait, also has an office there. When did a royal have enough palaces? With its eye-catching blue tiles and clock tower, the Safe Palace, located in the center of Kuwait City, close to Green Island, is another architectural wonder. The residence serves as both a residence and a venue for official gatherings for the royal family. Sheikha Paula Al-Sabah resides in the Darnur Palace, often known as the Palace of Light. It's fascinating how the estate, which has a sea view and is loaded with art, has a mushroom-covered front. According to the richest, the main salon of the Darnur Palace welcomes multi-million-dollar works of art by John Mark Bustamante, Parvis Tanavoli, and Jamal Abdul Rahim. Then there is the Marrakesh home, a $3 million vacation home owned by members of the House of Sabah, which is situated in Morocco. Behind this spectacular property, with unrestricted views of the Atlas Mountains and luscious olive orchards, sat the stately Sheikha Majda Al-Sabah. The contemporary Kuwaiti located the property via the internet, and the majority of the decorating instructions were given over calls. At 17,000 square meters, the property features pricey furniture acquired through trips and natural colors. Because there was no interior designer, the house was solely decorated with love and stories. Sheikha Al-Sabah said, "We don't believe in interior decorators. We enjoyed doing it as a family project and did it ourselves." Love for horses. The Kuwaiti royal family is so affluent that even their horses reside in mansions. Kuwait's heritage includes the Arabian horse, which justifies producing only purebred Arabian horses with pure Egyptian lineages. At the government-run Bait Al-Arab Kuwait State Stud, the 1,000-acre Arabian Horse Center is home to stables, a mosque, a greenhouse, and an artificial lake where horses are treated like royalty. Luxury cars and museums. You can tell you have a fantastic fleet when your collection of vehicles could fill an entire museum. The House of Sabah possesses a collection of ultra-luxury automobiles that includes not just pricey, but also some uncommon models. A few old models from the historical Old and Classical Cars Museum's collection of 50 cars show how far the automotive industry has come in terms of technology. Former state limousines from Kuwait and other royal homes are included in the collection, along with Minervas from 1904 and 1924, and at least 3 Aston Martins from the first James Bond films. A special Porsche 911 Turbo S, a Ferrari F40, a Rolls-Royce Rolls-Royce and a Porsche Carrera from the 1960s are among the supercars in the royal fleet. A team that takes care of the vehicles makes sure that these expensive vehicles function flawlessly. For kids to practice driving on electric cars, the museum also offers traffic parkour. Private and palatial jets of the House of Sabah. Size does matter. Donald Trump concurs. According to Newsweek, he once said that the airplane owned by Emir Sabah Al-Ahmad Al-Jaber Al-Sabah was larger than his own. The 45th President of the United States contrasted his personal Boeing 757 with the Emir's opulent Boeing 747-400. Not one, but two Boeing 737s, including the one mentioned, are part of the royal fleet. At least 5 Airbuses are also part of it. These planes often cost $400 to $500 million, and in consideration to the owners, they are opulently furnished with cutting-edge facilities. The flying palaces have every convenience, 30,000 feet in the air, including roomy cabins, kid-friendly play areas, prayer rooms, meeting rooms, and lounges. In 1998, Kuwait Airways spent over $120 million on 3 Gulfstream V-planes for government officials. Art investments. The Nasser Sabah Al-Ahmad Al-Sabah and his wife, Sheikha Huza, founded Al-Sabah Collection and was once the most cutting-edge in the Gulf. In 1975, the first Deputy Prime Minister of Kuwait, the Minister of Defense, began collecting works of art and established Dar al-Athar al-Islamiyya, a cultural institution in charge of the museums. Over time, it developed into the Kuwait Museum of Islamic Art, which now houses more than 30,000 works of art gathered from the 1st to the 13th centuries. Numerous artworks and some 90 jeweled gems are on display in the Americani Cultural Center as part of Kuwait's Al-Sabah collection. The collection includes artifacts like Jahangir's family tree, a bronze Buddha statue bought in the 1970s, a late 16th century cup made completely of jade and adorned with rubies, Mughal paintings, daggers, and jewelry, among many more. The Grand Al-Sabah Hospital. In 1962, Kuwait's Ministry of Health spent about $17 million to open the opulent Al-Sabah Hospital, the largest hospital in the country, covering 400 acres, including sections for general surgery, intensive care, internal diseases, a heart unit, and pediatrics. Recently, the hospital has grown to include the new Al-Sabah Hospital and other medical facilities, giving it the name Al-Sabah Medical District. It has a staggering 771 beds on 12 stories, with 1,257 parking spaces available. Kuwait's Opera House. The facility is a component of Kuwait National Cultural District, or KNCD, a $1 billion development. This Center for Culture presents performances of works in the areas of music, theater, film, workshops, and spoken word. Since its debut in 2016, the JACC has welcomed over 2 million visitors, hosted 6,000 performers, and brought in close to $15 million in income. 2,000 people can fit in the main structure, while 1,100 people can sit in the theater. This architectural masterpiece has a capacity for more than 3,000 cars, in addition to a 350-seat conference room. The Kuwaiti royal family has transformed the nation into a superpower that values expansion, development, culture, and philanthropy because of its enormous money and power. The House of Sabah has built a strong foundation for a safe and prosperous future by making major contributions to a variety of industries, including equestrian sports, cultural institutions, healthcare, and museums. The Kuwaiti royal family leads a life of luxury that no millionaire could ever imagine matching. With its palace that can fit 2 Disneyland parks and has its own tunnel network, an enormous private aircraft fleet larger than many airlines. What do you think of this luxurious life? Leave us a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe for more features of royalties from around the world. See you in our next video.